Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. So, Russia collusion, Trump, Hillary. My belief. Let me open up by saying this. It's very basic, extremely basic. When you're gonna fix a prize fight, in order to do that, you do not go to the person who's going to win and have them do the opposite of taking a dive. That is not how you fix a prize fight. You go to the person who you want to lose and you have them take a dive. You do not do the first thing I just said. Okay? That's not how you fix a fight. You do not go to the person who you want to win and have them do the opposite of taking a dive. That is what I'm saying. And the entire Russia collusion thing, in my opinion, is so that you do not think about that just very, very basic, fundamental point that I just said to you. That's what Russia collusion is all about, is so that you don't think what I just said, which is when you fix a prize fight, you go to the loser to get that person to take the dive. There's no such thing as having the winner do the opposite of take a dive. No such thing. So, because, you know, like you all know, my theory is that Trump and Hillary conspired, and probably with the Russians, without the Russians, I'd say probably with the Russians, you know, conspired to have fixed the election so that Trump would win and Hillary would lose on purpose. You know, pretty much the only way she could have lost was by losing on purpose. You know, and but I just want to quickly focus on an article I saw, and I do not follow the legal details of this Russia collusion probe, Mueller probe. All right, and to some extent that can be a good thing, you know, because a lot of it, I believe, is just like I said, it's all trickery. You know, it's all meant to get you. It's set up by design to have you not think about what really happened. Okay, so however, there was this article in Bloomberg about you know, a portion of the February 4th closed hearing with Manafort over Manafort lying to special prosecutor, you know, and taking away his plea deal, you know, nulling that out because he lied to the special prosecutor's office. So, and there was a portion in this, and this is the entire transcript here, right? But there's also a portion over at Bloomberg that's actually a little less redacted. So, and in it, there's just some things. To be honest with you, I don't even know why Bloomberg decided to report on this story. Let me just stick with this. Who cares why they report it? I want to talk what I want to talk about, which is, you know, my theory. So in it, it says Mr. Downing. Mr. Downing is one of the defense counsel for Paul Manafort. Your Honor, one other issue. We passed the mic. Just some of the reference about Kilmnik. Kilmnik is somebody who has ties to Russia, and he's suspected of being, you know, having ties to Russia intelligence, something to that effect. Okay, and he's been indicted by the special counsel's office, but you know, he's abroad, and we'll probably never see him ever. And he'll probably never see a U.S. courtroom ever. You know, but he's been indicted by the special counsel, and you know, I assume he's a Russian national. He may have U.S. citizenship. I have no idea. So just some of the reference about Kilmnik that's come up by Mr. Weissman. That's one of Mueller's lead prosecutors, and he supposedly is the junkyard dog that's just the attack dog, come up by Mr. Weissman more than once in these proceedings. It should be noted that the Office of Special Counsel had produced interview 302 for an interview of Mr. Kilimnik about Mr. Kilimnik from blank at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine, blank, 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 that Mr. Kilimnik has been blank, 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 the United States State Department. These are documents that you were given regarding Mr. Kilimnik's communication with former high-level State Department officials, blank, 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 about this narrative of blank, blank, blank is nonsense because no matter who gets elected, that the sanctions were going to continue against Russia. And I think, obviously, the biggest thing for me is this here. Former high-level State Department officials. These are documents. This is talking about an interview of Mr. Kilimnik at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine, okay, with U.S. State Department officials. These are documents that you were given regarding Mr. Kilimnik's communications with former high-level State Department officials. And then it goes on to say about this blank, 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 about this narrative of blank, blank, blank is nonsense because no matter who gets elected, that the sanctions were going to continue against Russia. For starters, this is before Trump's elected, so it's not after Trump's elected. It's not, because there was meetings that went beyond after Trump was elected that they've looked at, But this is before, and this is not the meeting that was brought up in this, in this closed hearing about Paul Manafort lying to the special counsel's office. The meeting they focused on was an August 2nd meeting, 2016, which was right after Trump had secured the nomination, and I believe he was the chairman of the campaign at that time, and Weissman found the meeting extremely suspicious because of the timing of it, immediately following Trump securing the nomination, and the fact that it was at some Havana cigar place, a couple blocks from the Trump Tower, something like that. But that's not even what I'm focusing on. I'm just telling you that this isn't that meeting. This is at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine. Okay, we don't know the timing of it, but it's with former high-level State Department officials. And this is before the election of Trump. So this has to be former high-level State Department officials that are either Obama, sort of Obama-minded State Department officials, or Clinton-minded State Department officials, former high-level State Department officials. I'm putting my money on Clinton-minded former high-level State Department officials. Okay? I have to think this through some more, but I'm just, this is kind of what I'm saying here, dude. And, yeah, Mr. Kilimnik's communications with former high-level State Department officials, high-level State Department, about this narrative of blank, 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 is nonsense because no matter who gets elected. So this is, I'm assuming that's after the primaries are, both candidates have secured the primary. Could be before, that the sanctions were going to continue against Russia anyways. And, yeah. So who are the former high-level State Department officials meeting with this Kilimnik guy that's been indicted by the special counsel? They're not Trump. It's indisputable. It's not in dispute that they're not Trump former high-level State Department officials. Okay? All right. I mean, I've made my point. And then, you know, like I said, that I refer to my beginning thing. If you're going to fix a prize fight, you don't go to the winner and ask him to do the opposite of taking a dive. That's not how you fix a fight. You go to the person you want to lose and you get them to take a dive. That's how you fix a fight. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. And I will see you in the next video. So, I turn around. All right, later, man.